Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Caged Dozen by Strosahl. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have killer cages in the grid. First of all, the cage is just these dotted lines that surround certain cells. Those cells are caged by those dotted lines. Digits in a cage can't repeat. So normally you could put like a 2 here and a 2 here, but because they're in the same cage, that's not allowed. And the digit in the top left corner is the sum of the digits in the cage. So these four would sum to 12 in some way. Maybe like 1, 2, 3, 6. That would sum to 12. All right. And that's it. There's no additionally. That's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay. How shall we get started? So if you want to think about which cages might be restricted, a good thing to think about is what is the minimum value of a cage that size and what is the maximum value. So we have 3-cell cage and 4-cell cages here. The minimum value, no matter what size puzzle you're in, is always going to be starting from 1. So 1, 2, 3 is the minimum value of a 3-cell cage. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. And the closer we are to 6, if we're a low digit, the closer we are to 6, the more restricted we are. And I can tell you that the 8, because the 8 is 2 away from 6, here's how you can think about that. That means we need to add 2 to this 1, 2, 3 in some way. I could increase the 3 to a 5. 1, 2, 5 is a valid way to add to 8. That's a good way to add 2. The other way I can add 2 is by adding 1 to both of the 2 top digits. Or if you prefer, adding 2 to the 2. So either way you get 1, 3, 4. And that is the other way we're going to add to 8. So because we're 2 away from the minimum, there are 2 ways to do that sum. Now both of those sums require a 1, so this 8 does need a 1 in it. Now 9 does not need a 1. There are going to be 3 ways to add to 9, because from 1, 2, 3 we need to add 3 to it. So we could do 1, 2, 6, or we could do 1, 3, 5. We can't do 1, 4, 4, right? Because that's repeating the 4. But we could add 1 to all 3 of them, or leapfrog the 1 up to a 2, 3, 4. So basically we can add 3 to any of these digits to get another sum. So that's 3 ways to sum to 9. So 2, 3, 4 doesn't require the 1. So we don't necessarily say there's a 1 in the 9 cage. Okay, so and then as we get further away, we get more options until we get close to the max. So what is the max? The max is 4, 5, 6 in a 6x6, which sums to 15. Now, something we know about this 11 cage, though, is that it doesn't have a 6 in it, because there's a given 6 here. So the maximum isn't 4, 5, 6. It's actually 3, 4, 5. And a nice way in your head to add 3 consecutive digits is just to triple the middle one. So this sums to 12. And so we're 1 away. So we have to subtract 1 from one of these. The only one we can do that is to the 3. So this is actually just 2, 4, 5. So we have 2, 4, 5. We have 6, and that makes this a 1, 3 pair. Right, 1, 3 pair removes 1 from here. Cool. So now we want to think about these 12 cages. So the minimum for a 4-cell cage is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10. We need to add 2 to that. So we're going to have 2 ways to do that. We can add 2 to the 4, which is going to give us 1, 2, 3, 6. We can add 2 to the 3, which is going to give us 1, 2, 4, 5. So the fact that we have a 1, 3 pair here tells us that we have a 3 in here, so we're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 6, because 1, 2, 4, 5 doesn't have a 3 in it. The 6 tells us the order. That's 2, that's 6. All right, so this cage does not have a 6 in it at all. These 6s look down, puts a 6 in one of these two. And so, because it doesn't have a 6, we're going to have to do 1, 2, 4, 5. And this 2 sees all 3 of these cells, leaving just here for the 2. All right, that 2 looks back up. So we know there's no 2 in the 10 cage, and there is a 6. Well, it doesn't matter, because if there's a 6 in the 10 cage, we need 4 more. To get 4 in 2 digits, we have to do 1 plus 3. So this is a 1, 3, and these are 1, 3, 6. It puts a 1, 3 pair here, so that's not 1. All right, and this can't be 1 because it has 1, 3, 6. We have a 4 or 5 pair left for the box, so this has to be 4 or 5 pair affects the column, making this a 1, and this a 3. That makes that 1. Gives that 3, 1, 6 pair. These are 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that stacked it well. So what do we know about what's going on over here, I guess is the next question. we should think about these 12 cages more, maybe. So we know there's a 1 and a 2 in all of these 12 cages, because we're either 1, 2, 3, 6, or we're 1, 2, 4, 5. So the 1 has to go down here in this cage, and the 2 has to go up here. And then in this cage, the 1 goes down here, and the 2 goes up here. All right. So if there's a 2 here, that means this 8 cage doesn't have a 2, meaning we're stuck with 1, 3, 4 as our only option for the 8. So that's a 4. That's not a 4. Oh, the 2's point, making that a 5, giving us 4 and 2, giving us 5, 4 and 5. Through the cage, that happened. These are not 5s. Okay. Almost done with this right half. Let's see. We've got 2, 5, 6 here. So the 5 has to go here, and this is a 2, 6 pair. Now that we know there's a 6 in the 12 cage, this has to be a 1, 3 pair. So these ended up the same configuration as each other. And I'm guessing this is a 1, 2, 4, 5. But let's see. Maybe, I don't know. Does it have to be? We'll see. What's like a good logical step here? Oh, the 1, 3 pair gives us the 4 and the 3. So this digit here is the 5. And this is a triple. We need the 2 and we need 4, 6. So this is our 6. Okay, so there's a 4 in the 12 cage, making it 1, 2, 4, 5. So that's a 1, 5 pair, and we know that's 1 and that's 5. That's 3 and 1. That's 3 and 1. Okay, that's 6 and 1. Right half is done. This is 2 and 3. 3, 2. So that adds to 5. We need 4 more. That's a 4. That's 2 and 4. That's 6 and 2. Last digit is a 6, and we're done. Alrighty, cool. That puzzle flowed really well. I bet there's a lot of ways to attack it, though. Like, it's pretty symmetric. I just happened to be explaining certain things and it just kept going. So I figured I'd just keep going. I'm guessing there was probably something you could do with the fact that all of these needed a 1 and a 2 in them much earlier, but I guess I just approached it differently. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.